shit. Holy shit, what the hell's going on here? I've got 4 more! Bro! Oh my god, what is this? Another one! Hey everyone, what's going on? And it's time for another builder video. You guys have been asking for this one. I've been showing you a bit of gameplay on this on the stream I did the other day. More streams to come, by the way. So, let's get into it. This is the incoming repair build that I've made. It is sort of a build that branches off of a group theory craft. It's kind of a conjoined effort of me and all my friends putting together a build, one that could literally deal with anything. Now, of course, there's no such build in the game. However, you can get as close to that as you can, and this is one of the branches of said build. It is a hybrid PvP build. It incorporates, you know, hazard protection. In my case, this is all out incoming repair, crit chance, crit damage. Yeah, so lots of survivability. In fact, this version is insane survivability. Still outputs very respectable levels of damage, and I mean, and the utility of an EMP to deal with skills, etc. Shield to prevent you from the body shot plebs with rifles who want to just two-tap you, you know. Nah, you have so much going for this build, man. And I'm going to tell you exactly how it is meant to be used, and how to get the best stats, which pieces to run. This is just a template, really, although you will need certain pieces to make it. So, let's go straight to the stat sheet. 83.5 incoming repair. That is every single source in the game available, apart from one, but that would involve using survivalist, and survivalist just ain't the one at the moment. Don't get me wrong, it's still good in a team, but solo you want fireball. In fact, for most situations you just want fireball. The medkit is stupidly OP, and incoming repair is going to, well, at 83.5, almost double that heal. This is going to be a heal reminiscent of efficient, but I have unbreakable, so you can compete with efficient medkit spammers and have an extra life to fall back on. 56.4 hazard protection. You definitely want to get above 50% in any build you make, otherwise you are going to run into status effects and they will severely inhibit your ability to play the game. They are far too strong on this patch, so at the very least, guys, spec into 50%. I've got 56, I could get up to 65% or a bit more on this, but I do want a crit cap. Let's quickly show you where I am for crit. A 60% crit chance with the tactical vector. By the way, this is the best vector. Do not use any other vector until you get this vector. Tactical vector is the little one. 122 crit damage. When I max out this watch, I'll probably be sitting at around 125. Perhaps with some god roll pieces elsewhere, I might be able to drop the crit chance down to like 58%. and then gain another 10 crit damage. There's not much min-maxing on this build left to do, and I'll show you. So, what are the pieces? What are the most important pieces to this build? Well, it's going to be number 1, R&K. For a single piece, you get 15% incoming repair. You guys will know the deal with R&K. I'm sure you know it's a synergy with True Patriot. Well, we're not doing True Patriot, we're doing a high-end build. And R&K is giving you incoming repair. It comes with a blue mod, you're getting more incoming repair. I have a blue mod on here, incoming repair, 2-piece 511 and another blue mod, incoming repair. 2-piece 511 is giving me 10% health, not the greatest stat, but the point is another roll of incoming repair. So that's 30% from the brand sets and a potential of 20, 20, 20, 60, totaling 90%, provided you have god rolls. I don't have god rolls, hence why I've only got 83.5%. So we also spec for SMG damage with the Sokolov. We're getting additional crit damage with either a second Sokolov or a Grupo. My best piece here with the red is Grupo, so I'm using Grupo. And then I want to get a Cheska for the 10% crit chance to allow me to reach that crit chance cap without investing into crit chance on the actual pieces. As you guys should know, 10 crit chance on a single brand set bonus is better than 15 crit damage. If you look at the ratios, it's actually a very good deal, very good bang for your buck, and Cheska comes with a blue mod. It makes this build easier to make. So each of these reds that you can see is crit damage, every single one of them. You need this build to roll with crit damage everywhere to provide you with sufficient damage output, because getting the crit chance capped isn't difficult, but getting the crit damage and your hazard protection rolls is going to be very difficult. You are going to have to grind for these pieces. This ain't an easy build to put together. You're going to want to do it with 2 reds and 4 blues. 2 reds gives you just about enough damage when you combine that with Versatile and a Vector. And the 4 blues gives you just enough blues to take advantage of all the healing sources that this build provides. Because this is an incoming repair build, it benefits from number 1, preservation, which I have on both my main weapons. Yeah, I have the medkit, the fireball medkit. You guys will know how strong that is. With 83 incoming repair, that is an incredibly strong medkit, almost efficient levels. But then I also have unbreakable to fall back on when things go sour. A little unexpected burst of damage, a sniper shoots you from the side. Yeah, you can survive that, live to fight another day. You can run around the corner, pop that overpowered medkit, then face tank a couple of guys, get one guy down with a headshot kill that's going to give you 37% armor on kill over 5 seconds. Preservation is 10%, but you get an additional 10% by getting a headshot. But that is also improved with incoming repair, so that's 20%, and I'm almost doubling that. We're talking about 37% for the headshot kill. That is insane. Of course, this is a pretty good Vector. I'm lacking 5%, but it doesn't matter because this Vector is the best SMG in the game. You can't compete really. There are other SMGs you could use if you have better rolls, and your tactical Vector isn't a very good roll. But really, just go out there and farm for a good roll. We are running the M870 secondary. I had toyed with the Showstopper for a long time, and I do like it. It's good. It's easier to use. But if you can get your pop shot on lock, yeah, you're going to want to use a burst shotgun. Reason being is you can actually one-shot certain people through their unbreakable and not have to deal with an additional health bar, because that can be quite cumbersome, especially when you're trying to fight numbers. You can't be spending too much time fighting one tanky player. So yes, what mods am I using on my guns? I'm running all crit chance and a 20 scope. This is to help achieve that crit chance cap without getting crit chance on the actual gear pieces. And for the shotgun, I'm not entirely sure. Crit chance, same deal here. And then rate of fire. You could go with reload speed. I'm toying with this. I might actually go with reload speed because, yeah, sometimes once you empty your mag and you're still in the fight, you've got to switch back to your shotgun and reload each shell by shell. So I believe this reload speed is going to cut down a bit of the time to stop you from taking too much damage before you get back into the fight. You definitely don't want downtime, you only want uptime. Pistol, it doesn't really matter. You're going to want to run any of the 310 RPM pistols, which involves the M1911 or the M45A1 or Mozambique. Mozambique, if you want a hard hitting pistol, this Perfect Breadbasket is very good, although I think Finisher is really where you want to go. For those few times, you know, here and there where you actually down the guy and finish the guy with the pistol, you're going to get 30% crit damage. It's going to help hugely. The crit chance means nothing on the SMG, but if you're going to use the shotgun, yeah, you're going to crit cap yourself with the shotgun. So where are we crit chance, crit damage wise on our weapons? On the SMG that's 6122, on the shotgun it's 45-122. Of course the finisher will cap you out there, so that's really nice. And don't forget the armor damage that the shotguns natively roll with. Very good against high armor players. So let's actually look at our pieces individually, shall we? So we're running an armor. The Cheska rolls with, I can't remember, but you're going to want to roll armor in most cases, depending on how your pieces roll. Remember, you want 4 blue, 2 red. Crit damage, hazard, incoming repair. R&K backpack, again, you can put a 511 backpack or a Cheska backpack. It doesn't matter. Try and put this build whichever way. You can juggle these pieces around really quite freely. You're not limited. The only thing you are potentially limited by is how these pieces natively roll. And as you know, or you should know anyway, all but these 2 pieces roll with blue mods. So you're probably going to have some kind of mix of 511, Cheska and R&K in these 3 slots. Of course, the other 3, you can bounce these around however way you want, depending on which pieces you have best. The R&K is armor, crit damage, hazard, incoming repair. 511 chest piece, unbreakable. You definitely want to have unbreakable. It's better than efficient, especially against good players, because good players are going to see you pop the mech kit and they're simply going to run away, and then you're left with nothing. You end up having to fight off your mech kit, and of course you're going to be fighting a guy who has an additional armor bar while you only have 1. So that's armor, hazard protection, crit damage, incoming repair. For the 511 gloves, you want 2-piece 511 for the incoming repair, armor, hazard protection, crit damage. Again, same thing here, except we're going for a red. Not the highest roll, but it's the best piece that I could put in on the holster anyway. That also had hazard and crit damage. I have a hazard crit chance, that's a much better roll, but that tiny few percentage compared to the crit damage, yeah, it's not worth it. I don't need that crit chance on here. All crit damage everywhere. And for the Gruppo, finally, we actually didn't go with hazard protection because I need the crit chance to max out the crit chance on the SMG, otherwise I'll be, I think, 4% off. And well, I can do with 10% less hazard to make sure I hit appropriately. So this is a very good roll, only 1% off max here, triple max, and yes, that's very nice. Again, you could put the second Sokol off here, you aren't forced to run a Gruppo, it's just to get additional crit damage. Of course, you can actually go put a 511 here, and if you want your shotgun to hit harder, you can run something like a 0F perfectly unbreakable. Since you are using a shotgun, it is a good idea to run the perfectly unbreakable. Remember, if you're not using a shotgun, do not use this piece. You are wasting a brand set bonus just to get a slightly better unbreakable. And remember, in PvP, it's nerfed down to 50%. You only need to have 50% incoming repair to make that 100. For some reason, that is additive, not multiplicative. Fuck knows why, but it just is the way it is. So, 2 511, 1 R&K, SMG damage, a crit damage roll, and crit chance. That's going to make this build work. Of course, let's go on to the skills. The skill, EMP Jammer. This synergizes incredibly well with preservation. See, if you are holding a preservation weapon out and you jam a skill, and jamming, as you sure know, destroys all skills apart from the shield. Of course, that just puts it away because it actually jams the player and the player can't have the skill, so the shield gets put away. But all other skills, all other deployable skills will be destroyed, and when they're destroyed, you get a single proc of preservation. That will be 18% armor. 18.5% armor. Sometimes I feel like it bugs out and you get actually the double amount, so that will be 36% overkilling one skill, or maybe I'm just not seeing a second skill lying around. So what you can do is you have your shotgun out, you switch to your SMG, you got your versatile, you're about to hit really hard, you don't need the damage talent, your preservation procs because you've just EMP'd some guy's drone and his hive on the ground, and I'm sure you guys know, if you play PvP, you're running into shields and hives and drones all the time. You put away the shield, allow you to hit those body shots if you're one of those guys, and you're going to heal before you get into the gunfight. Let's say you get a headshot kill, you're going to be healing 38% from the weapon and incoming repair. Then you've got your unbreakable to help you fall back on in case things do go wrong. That is a wake up call for you to back up, remove yourself from the fight, pop a med kit that's going to be healing you for about 360%, 370%. Get back in that fight, face tank a bit more, pop shot a couple of dudes with a shotgun, heal with a shotgun. Trust me, this build is insane. And don't forget the shield. The shield is very important to this build as well. It cannot be, well, it can be destroyed, but you whip it out, you protect yourself from body shot players, and you get 11% multiplicative damage bonus per player within the cone in front of you. Typically that will just be 1, because if you're going to play in PvP properly, you're going to isolate players one by one, but sometimes, occasionally you fight aggressive teams and those guys are all going to be in front of you and you're looking at 22 or potentially 33% multiplicative. It can go higher. It can go higher, but it just, in those situations, your shield's going to break and you're probably going to die anyway. But yeah, it's so much going for this build. So you got 56 hazard protections to cut that cancer holster in half. Of course, when you armor break players, you're going to get put on fire. You're going to want to remove yourself from the fight, assess the situation. Can you continue fighting? Have you got enough armor? Are you regenerating armor? If not, maybe pop a medkit so you can face tank for a little longer. Don't spam medkits. This build is not reliant on medkits. You can do a lot with this build without a medkit. This is why Unbreakable is better than Efficient, because Efficient makes you reliant on medkits, and I don't like that. So Versatile is giving you the 35%. I've already gone over that. Trust me, this build hits really hard. It has insane survivability. The only real weakness I'd have to say is it's only 56 hazard, so if you are running against a lot of fire holsters, you may want to switch to a full hazard or a full fire resistance build. Also, because it's SMG shotgun, you are very limited at range. You can't really do much at range. In these situations, what you can do is swap out the shotgun, put on a rifle, or a White Death, or I actually just find myself putting on a Nemesis. Nemesis is definitely a viable weapon to switch to, because when you actually proc the Versatile and you're at range, you can actually charge, and when you get to about full charge, you can one-shot fairly tanky players. Of course, for the grenade, you definitely want to run the default Fireball grenade. It's the best grenade, covers a wide area, and it does a lot of damage. Of course, when you run out, just switch to the other one, no problem, not difficult to do. And that's pretty much it for the build, guys. I think I've covered everything. So, you've seen the gameplay at the beginning. This build absolutely shreds. I've had to go into some more gameplay here. Cheers, guys, for watching the build video. And please stick around, subscribe. I'm going to start streaming a bit more, I think. Because I talked to my highest viewers the other day, and I thought, you know what? If that happens when I barely stream, what could happen if I actually stream? So, please keep an eye on my channel if you're just a viewer. And, yeah, man. Catch you guys in a bit. Roll! Jesus Christ! No! Oh shit, that was sick. Yo, the shotgun's insane. Let's go boom. Did it boom. Fucking dodge and bob and weave and shit, yo.
GG guys.